At Swire, we're committed to acting professionally, fairly, and with integrity. Across all our businesses globally, we enshrine our values in a formal code of conduct. This code explains how we work ethically and within the law. From senior management to new employees, including contractors and trainees, we must all follow the code to encourage strong values and good behaviours wherever we do business. John Swire & Sons is a British company and we must comply with the UK Bribery Act. Failure to do so could result in unlimited fines and up to 10 years in prison for those involved and would be extremely damaging to the reputation of the company. But what is bribery? Bribery is the giving, offering, requesting, or accepting of a financial or other advantage to influence the actions of someone carrying out a public or business function. It includes giving a bribe or receiving a bribe. For example, accepting a commission from a supplier to award them a contract. It also includes failure to take adequate steps to prevent bribery. We can help protect ourselves and the company by ensuring that all legitimate business payments are receipted and detailed in our accounts. In addition, we must use fair selection processes for business partners and suppliers of goods or services. We must also be certain that the agents and intermediaries we use are not engaged in bribery or corrupt practices. Thorough checks must be undertaken and their appointment must be approved by senior management. All related fees must be appropriate and justifiable and contractual obligations reasonable, with full accounts and records kept of all payments made.
We make the code of conduct real by talking about it on a regular basis with our teams and our suppliers. It's a real benefit to our customers because they know they can trust us when doing business with us.
Facilitation payments are small, unofficial payments demanded from or offered to a person to persuade them to perform a task or favour. For example, being offered payment to accept an unsuitable delivery. Such payments, whatever the amount, are illegal. Swire is committed to tackling the culture of facilitation payments. While this can be difficult if you are asked to make such a payment, try and find out why the payment is requested and by whom, and request an invoice. Report the demand or any suspicions to your manager as soon as possible and submit a written account of exactly what happened. Gifts or hospitality must not be requested in any circumstances. Reasonable, proportionate and occasional hospitality may be given or received to help build business relationships. But as a company or as individuals, we cannot expect to gain in return. Hospitality which includes travel should be declined unless authorised by senior management. Hospitality at ticketed events and all gifts other than festive gifts must be declared and recorded. There is a limit to the value of gifts or hospitality we can accept. Find out what it is in your company and where the value is not known, get approval from your manager. Swire does not seek to influence the outcome of political process, and we do not make political donations or contributions in any form. We do not appoint current or serving politicians or political candidates in any capacity. If former politicians are appointed, the process must be lawful, fully documented, with proportionate fees, and always kept under review.
As As a company, we're keen to support charities. Donations are not only permitted, they're encouraged, providing there isn't a conflict of interest and they've been approved by a facility manager.
Swire is committed to complying with competition and antitrust laws. These prohibit anti-competitive behaviours such as price fixing, collective boycotts, exchanging sensitive information with competitors, imposing restrictions on customers or suppliers, and abusing a position of market dominance. Breach of competition laws is a serious offence and may result in severe penalties or imprisonment. Relevant persons must understand and comply with those laws which relate to their businesses. Conflicts of interest can arise in many ways through both business and personal relationships. At Swire, we actively encourage good working relationships and friendships. However, such relationships must not conflict with the interests of the company. We should all declare any personal, romantic, business, or financial relationship with any colleague, customer, supplier, or business partner, even if there is no improper or unethical conduct.
You can speak in confidence to your supervisor or manager to avoid your performance or the company being adversely affected.
At Swire, respect forms the foundation of our culture. We believe that all people are unique and valuable and should be respected for their individual abilities. Discrimination, harassment, bullying or victimisation is considered gross misconduct, and employees may be personally liable if they allow it to happen, whether directly or indirectly. Remember, what you walk past, you accept. Our people are selected, paid and promoted purely on the basis of their abilities and merits and according to the requirements of their job. Everyone is given an equal opportunity to show their abilities and to progress. Good communication and open reporting are critical to the success of our code of conduct. We must all report any concerns regarding bribery, financial irregularities, criminal acts, conflicts of interest, or threats to the health, safety or well-being of our people, or any breach of the code of conduct. Any report should be made to your manager. All reports will be investigated. Please remember our individual confidentiality obligations. And as a company, we will strive to preserve anonymity if requested, wherever possible.
It's important that we report breaches of the Code of Conduct. It's the way we make it real. So if you experience or see any financial irregularities, harassment or conflicts of interest, anything that doesn't feel right, please report it.
Senior management take the Code of Conduct very seriously. We support all of our employees as they face tough decisions on a day-to-day basis, and we will back them in holding true to our code.
Across Swire, our code of conduct is at the heart of how we do business. It keeps our practices legal and our behaviours ethically sound. Following the code will create a better, happier workplace built on the right culture and solid personal relationships. We not only require our people to understand and embrace the code, we request that our business partners and suppliers implement it too. Senior management will lead by example and always keep the code under review to ensure it remains relevant and appropriate to the changing legal and business landscape. At Swire, a reputation for honesty and fair dealing has always been the key to our success. Supporting our code of conduct in both letter and spirit and encouraging others to do the same will ensure our successful future.